Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday, Friday the 21st of November. And I've done it 5 consecutive days of live. So I hope you've enjoyed watching them. Feel free to share, feel free to DM me with any questions. And these lives have been live streamed across LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube simultaneously. How odd is that? But I'm a big fan of doing this, everybody. It's let's do the work once and use it in multiple places. It will also be shared onto my LinkedIn company page and into my private public Facebook group. So little call to action for you. If you haven't spotted it and you do hang out on Facebook, why not pop over? If you just go onto Facebook, in fact, let me just share it and show you it. So if you're watching on Catch Up, which I know a lot of people have been, so let's just share. Okay. So here we are. This is my free Facebook group. So if you are not ready to work with yours truly, this is somewhere you can hang out. We're up to 628 members. I've just changed it to a public group, and there's an opportunity for you to be featured in the group as well. I share tips and share a lot of my lives as well. Also, it's where you can get at first access to a lot of my free training that I occasionally host a couple of times a year. So today's topic is, how do we take followers and connections into becoming clients? It's a big one, isn't it? Now, the question is what do you do? What is your business? Do you have a service-based business? Because if you have a service-based business, if you were, I don't know, a divorce lawyer, hopefully I will never need you. But we need to keep in touch with people. So, a couple of things. Have you got a methodology to get your connections and followers off LinkedIn, off Facebook, or your preferred platform and onto your mailing list? That's really, really key. But one of the things I quite like to do, particularly on LinkedIn, is when I get a new connection, super hard frost here this morning. As my lovely mum would say, too cold to snow. We've not had any snow here in Leicestershire, northwest Leicestershire. We'll have further afield. So, have you got a way to get them off social media? So one of the things I like to do when I connect with somebody new, if I haven't actually met them at an event, say they've sent me a connection request and I've accepted it, then I'll quite often send them a little thank you for joining my LinkedIn community message and say, why don't you join my free Facebook group, subscribe to my YouTube channel where I share my lives. Or if you want, book a no obligation 20-minute chat about your challenges that you've got on social media. Just notice this camera's a bit of a, just going to move it around a bit. There we go. That's a bit better. Got a bit of blank wall. As you can tell, I'm getting used to my new camera. So thankfully nobody's watching, but if you're on catch up, I'm not losing my marbles. Okay. So you need to have a methodology. So whether you are offering a discovery call and then they're joining your list on the back of that, or do you have a lead magnet? Do you have a lead magnet? So what is a lead magnet? Well, in the simplest terms, a lead magnet is something where you give something for free in return for somebody's email address. In the online selling space for products, a lead magnet could be a discount code, free packing, something like that. But when you have a service-based business, it could be something as simple as a no obligation chat. It could be a free download. It could be a mini course. It could be lots of different things. And this is something I spent a lot of time over the course of last year working with the fabulous Teresa Heath Waring. Yes, she gets another mention today. Learning all about creating lead magnets. And to quote the lovely T, it has got to have a sexy title, because if it hasn't got a sexy title, people aren't going to be attracted to it. And how many lead magnets do you need? Well, in theory, I would say if you've never done one before, just do one and get in touch if you've got any challenges. But in theory, you should have one for your different offerings, because what you want to do is you want to get people off LinkedIn, off Facebook, wherever, onto your email list, but for that particular service. So I don't know, if I was creating one thing I haven't created yet, and maybe it's a job for December, is I haven't created a lead magnet for social media management, which I do have a done for service, small portfolio of clients. So one of the things I could do would be to create is the only checklist you need when you're outsourcing, or top 5 tips for employing a social media manager. The only 5 questions to ask your social media manager. I don't know, that sort of thing. But if you were, say, an accountant, it could be something like 5 ways to make your business more profitable and they won't cost you anything. Something like that. So that's what a lead magnet is. People will then land on your page. They will then, let me see if I can find an example to share with you, because this is the kind of thing that I do quite a lot of. And let's have a look. Excuse me. So, can't find one off the top of the head, but that's because I'm on my page. Not to worry. So, what I want you to think about is, what could you offer free of charge, either as a taster? What could be a taster that would actually make people want to give you their details? And that is the difference, is what we need to make sure is that people are actually compelled to have this information from you. So it could be, one of I've got is the only social media checklist you'll ever need. I've got another one with 30 days of content inspiration, because that's coming from the pain point of a lot of my clients. So it's really important that when you're creating this freebie, you design it with the pain points of your perfect client. Now, I got to say, a lot of my lovely clients have not got this far. But this is the icing on the cake of social media success. Because if you've built an audience and you're not doing anything to take them into becoming clients, you're missing an opportunity. It's a bit like going into a shop and nobody talking to you. So that's my top tips for today. Next week, I will be back onto my usual Monday morning only live around 8:15. I will be going live next Monday, and every Monday pretty much then. So I'm not quite sure, but it's really strange. Since I've been going live this week, I've had more people interact from YouTube, sending me random emojis and comments, than anybody on LinkedIn, which is strange. So if you're on LinkedIn, it'd be great to actually have some meaningful conversations, and feel free to DM me on LinkedIn or Facebook with any questions you have about tips you'd like me to share next time around. So I'm now going to hop over onto Instagram and do this all again. Have a great day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.